it's Darina. It's nice to have you back. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. And today we're talking about how to spot a gold digger. You know, one of the problems that we have when we're looking for genuine relationship and genuine romantic connection with people is having to be sure that the people we are falling for, the people we're in love with, have our back. Like, they're actually there for us and not just there for what we can give and not just there for what we're bringing to the table. You know, it's actually scary when you love someone and then all the person is in love with is your money, or maybe what you can give, or the meal tickets you're bringing, or the sweet vacations, those expensive trips to. I'm not saying it's bad, but when it gets into the head, it becomes a problem. If someone is just in love with you because of you being generous, that is something wrong. And if someone is in love with you because of the trips, the dinners, the expensive boat cruise, the expensive dinners and the boat, the expensive, I mean, it is a problem, because you're going to jump from woman to woman. And if something happens to your finances, let's say that in the process of the whole relationship thingy, something happens to your finances and maybe you go bleak in one area of finances or in one area of your income, something is going to go wrong with your relationship. Yeah, so you need to watch out for these traits, these things, these stuffs that makes a person, or makes you know that who you're going out with or who you're dealing with is a gold digger. Number one on that list is they are always expensive. Like, they show up expensive with no funds to back up. I don't have a problem with an expensive lifestyle as long as you have income in several other places to keep you afloat, keep you going. Let me not even go afloat. Let's say that you have income in different places to keep you going. There's nothing wrong with you being as dramatic as you want, as expensive as, you know, the talk of the party. I don't have a problem with that. So if I call you out on a date and then you wear a red bottom Christian Louboutin shoes or a Birkin bag or a Birkin purse, or I mean something outstanding for the men, you know, the Rolex, which was the Rolex, and then I mean, and then this, you don't want to drink anything then away. Come on, there should be some type of income in places. There should be some type of finances in places to back this kind of lifestyle up. But if you do not have, I'm going to raise my bro like this, because apparently there is something wrong, and it's either you're gold digging to keep yourself afloat, or I don't want to say something else. I don't want to say you're stealing, but how are you able to afford these things without a legitimate source of income? How are you able to afford this type of lifestyle without something to back it up? Or you want to tell me you have a trust fund? That is a different case, but is that all that there is to it? You know, there are questions you need to ask when you're about to fall in love with someone, or you're about to bring someone into your very inner space, inner circle. That kind of person you can always lean on. You need to understand the type of human beings that you're dealing with. So that is number one on the list. They look expensive and do not have any kind of finances to back it up. That is scary. Very scary, because is that you're stealing for them or you are gold digging for it. So one has to be true. So if you do not have something to back it up, that's a question mark. I'm gonna worry. I'm gonna feel very discomforting. I'm not gonna be fine with you around, because it feels like there's something not adding up. Oh, obviously something is not adding up. Number two on that list is their social media handles is a brag outlet of your lifestyle. Have you seen people like that? Have you seen those people that on their Instagram or their Facebook or any kind of social media page, it's just about to show their affluence, their riches, and how to spend their money, and the fairy night outs, the fairy 1 week travel, and all that. If it is apparently like every day about lifestyle, about how to spend money, and they do not make it. That is a red flag. You should worry, because what kind of person will be able to afford those kind of things without any source of income? It doesn't make sense. Let's try to think about it. Personally, I want to understand that my very close people are not just faking it, but making it. So if you were stealing to get these things done, I'm not even supposed to say that, it feels weird, or you're gold digging to get these things done, sooner or later you're going to come into my own space. You're going to find ways and plenty other things to do to make money out of me. That means I become your meal ticket, you know. And most of the times these people do not even have they do not have any straight record of employment. When you ask about your employment history, there's always something shitty about it. If this is what it looks like when the person is talking to you, or what it looks like when you're trying to find out about what they do for a living before they even met you, there is enough reasons to worry. Because you're supposed to have, it's understandable if you were working with some social kind of company, and you were working with social kind of company, or that establishment or this establishment, and something happened along the line and you were laid off, or maybe they had to squeeze in their staffs and take you out, and then you decided to run your own businesses, or you started selling digital products. It's different if you work at home. It's different if you have something going on. But if on every angle you are flat, you are not doing anything, you do not even have proofs of what you do, it is weird. It means it is outright. Is either you're digging for these things or you are stealing. One of the two has to be correct, because you cannot put up with the bills, the light, the water, everything. Come on. And then you still look as good as new. It is not possible. Something is going on in your finances and we do not know. So if you accept you do not want genuine connection with these people, but if you do, it is important that you find these things out. You need the stories. You need your facts correct before you hand over your life to someone entirely new. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to help you. Number 3 on that list is they are always in financial crisis. Okay, I will tell my own personal experience first. I don't know, I just hope they never get to see this video. But then I had this wonderful friend that was always in crisis. Yeah, always in crisis. I had to take different times, different turns to pick the bills unnecessarily. I picked the bill unnecessarily. You could have a call at the odd hour and then someone is telling you, oh, so happened to me, oh, it's not this, oh, my dad this, oh, my mom this, oh, my siblings did this. I eat those bills like I was concerned. This is my friend, you understand? This is my very close person. So I'm like, okay, so I can do this bill, I can do that bill, just to make sure you're comfortable. But if these people are always in financial crisis, I'm not saying financial crises are wrong. Sometimes it is genuine that they have problems and they really need help. But if this person is just, and on the other hand, they could just be watching to see how much you're ready to pay to keep them around. Did you know that? Did you know that women do that? Do you know that a woman can actually decide to stage or feign a problem situation and see if you're going to wear your hero's cape and come save her? Most times, it could be just a test. And most times, it is just to get you running and spending some kind of money that you did not plan to spend. Of course, be like, I'm the female, so why not? If you cannot pay for my time, you cannot pay for me to hang around you. I mean, around you for a couple of weeks. I think I deserve some kind of pay. Women are like that most times. Yeah. So, like I said, in my own personal experience, I was practically picking this type of bills from time to time. I was doing holidays because I thought I was doing this for a friend. But at the end of the day, I found out that, man, I overdid myself. I actually overdid myself because the stories at the bottom, it didn't sound so well. So before you make that type of mistake, that is why you need to find out how important, or how genuine, how true, how factual are these things that they claim to be the problem. You need to know exactly what the truths are. Like, is this true? How real is it? And then you now decide how to help them. And number 4 on that list is they're always quick to ask for loans. Expensive ones at that. Expensive loans at that. Do you understand? It's a situation that your friend comes and then they ask you, please, I need this so amount of money to get this thing done, and I'll pay you back in a couple of weeks. You know, in cases like that, to not have problems with people, give them the type of money you can do without. Yeah, you could say, oh, I do not have this amount to give you at this moment, but this is what I have, and please, can you do with this? Understand that if that money comes back to you, fine. If that money doesn't come back to you, you do not have a problem. And you will always continue to be friends. Do you understand that? But if you keep falling for those teeny weeny traps, you're going to lose relationship with a lot of people. And number 4, I think, maybe number 5, I think I lost it. The next on that list is if they keep asking you what you do and what you own. Like, if you met someone in the process of knowing each other, the person is asking, okay, so where do you work? Wow, okay. And the person asks, okay, so how much do you get paid at the end of the month? Those kind of questions are very suspicious. It's something you should afraid about. You shouldn't find that very comforting. Why should how much I'm earning be a problem to you? Why should how much I have be a problem to you? So when people do that, when you see the people that you want, I mean, you're just trying to get to know this person, and these are the things they show you, you should be worried. It doesn't sound well. And then they transcend to asking you what your family has. Okay, so I think your father was, you say your father is this, you say yes. Okay, I think your father did this for you. Or maybe you have landed properties, or maybe you have some kind of money laid out for you, or you have some kind. Nah, that doesn't feel good. Like, from where I'm sitting, it feels weird. I don't know how it feels where you're sitting. So those kind of things, I think you should watch out in a partner, or someone you want to spend your life with, or someone you want to share your life with you. Those are the things that you should be worried about. And another thing on that list is they are always swift. Did you understand me? Have you actually ever met someone too quick, and this person already assumes that you're gonna get married? Ever been there? Like, you just met someone and the person starts calling you wifey or hubby or something. It is all out for what you have. This person has actually evaluated you, understand how much you have in the bank and how much you have in your net worth altogether. And that person just feels, okay, so why not? And the next thing is, I am pregnant for you if it's a female. Or the next thing is, when we have kids, you know, as a man, the man will want to make you feel like, oh, already you plan a relationship that's leading to marriage. It just means that these people have summarized your network, what you have, what you can give, and how much you're going to give. You know, the easiest thing to actually be, the easiest part to be, to own what another person's have, what another person has, is to be part of their life, or to become part of their life. So they bring stuff like, I am pregnant for you, or stuff like, oh, we're gonna get married soon or something. Those things will throw you off your balance. You're gonna feel like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be, and this person likes me enough. But hey, that doesn't sound well. That sounds like a trap. You're supposed to watch carefully. Why did this person, from just being friends, decide to make it a relationship for marriage? How much have you known this person? How much do you know this person? What can you say is this person's threshold for certain things? So when it happens like that, you're supposed to already know that something is going wrong and you shouldn't take it lightly. So you should watch out for these little signs, because these are the things that portray in people. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. When you want to know how a gold digger behaves, or if you want to know if this person is actually a gold digger, try to buy them something inexpensive. Gauge their feelings, you know. Buy them something inexpensive and watch their behavior. If you gifted them something that is not as expensive as they thought it would be, and they do not use it, or they just toss it, or they just keep it at home, know that you're dealing with someone who will not appreciate you until you're bringing the gold, of course. So you have to watch out for these things, and you have to be very keen, be very crafty too, because I mean, nobody's gonna say they're a gold digger. But if they offer, they never offer to pay for anything. They never offer to do you any kind of good. They never offer. On the other hand, some kind of women are actually very smart. The male too. They'll make it easy for you. They offer to pay for all those little kind of bills because they know that's not money. They're aiming at something big. So you need to watch out for this attitude. You need to watch out for these characteristics in them to understand the type of people you're about to share your romantic life with. So you do not just waste your time, waste your resources, and end up back at the bottom starting all over again. So I'll bring you part 2 of this, more in depth about gold digging and how to know a gold digger in our next session.